Hi, everybody. My name is Faye,
Hi y'all, I'm Erby.
and welcome back to I'm a Fan, the show where we talk shit or fan out about Drag Race. And
Yes,
today
hair flip.
oh, yes, you saw it. You saw the hair flip.
That's all right.
Today we are talking about Drag Race US Season 13, Episode 12. Getting there, getting there.
It is
This is going to feel like a few days, and we'll be like, we're talking about the finale.
2 weeks.
Next week's top five, they go down to top four,
For
reunion, and then the
Mhm.
finale. So yeah, 3 weeks from now.
I keep forgetting about the reunion. Mhm.
Oh, baby, the reunion is like the best episode sometimes. Like season 9, best episode was the reunion.
Really?
Period.
Okay.
After Tina's elimination, the girls come back in the room. Utica goes through all 37 different emotions that a person can have.
Yeah, I was going everywhere. She would confuse the crap out of me.
It fully broke my brain. And I'm sure it broke the brains of all the other girls too, because no one responded. Everyone was just sitting there like,
But
okay, she's done. Okay.
I love Candy. Candy's facial reactions are just so perfect. This is exactly how I be feeling. And that was a close friend of hers too, Tina going home. So
Yeah.
she definitely was her and see Tina go. This was a unique episode for Utica.
To say the least. So now we are down to top 6.
There is no middle ground anymore. There's no safe ground. You're either top or bottom. Ain't no verse here. Okay, we don't do that no more.
So the mini challenge was that they are going to be paired in groups, and then one person will be the face and the other person will be the arms, and then they are going to have to like essentially create the perfect selfie, which is really just code for like make the craziest looking face and you win.
They have Norvina from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think she's like the owner of it, right?
Yeah, which was wild to me.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And she looks beautiful. She looks so good.
It was so stunning. It didn't even make no damn sense.
It didn't. It really
Fully.
didn't.
Rose is so quick-witted. She was easily able to just go with whatever Candy did. Candy was just making like weird, strong choices, and Rose was like, okay, and now I'm gonna just, say whatever and keep things going in my character of Samantha.
Rose has personality for days and she's great on stage. So I knew she was gonna kill this. Out of all the girls, she definitely felt like the person like you would see on a commercial or like a YouTube video promoting the product.
Gottmik and Utica. Utica's like long ass arms. It was immediately comical. And then they also just did a phenomenal job being paired together. Utica again was making some crazy choices, and Gottmik was like just like down for it, just like okay, let's go, let's do it. You want me to eat powder? I'll eat the damn powder. Let's go.
They were probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. They had me down from beginning to end.
I agree. I think they were my favorite too. I was surprised that they didn't win because I felt like they made Rue laugh the most, but Rose and Candy win, which is Candy's second mini challenge win. So kudos to Candy and Rose.
On the roll. I'm happy for her, but she has made it clear that she is coming for that maxi challenge window. These mini challenges, it's cool, it's good, you know what I'm saying? But like
it's money.
It's money. Okay, period. But she's trying to get what was it, like $5,000, something like that. And you get with the maxi challenge, trying to get that money for that.
So speaking of the maxi challenge, this week the maxi challenge is going to be the Nice Girls roast, which is so exciting. I told you last week, but I love a roast because like whenever they do a roast, the girls either do like super amazing and they're hilarious, or they do so poorly it makes your skin crawl and it's like the most awkward thing in the world, and I live for it.
I was excited after last week seeing the little clips, but right before I watched the episode, I got so nervous because I started thinking what you're saying. Like either you're going to be really good or really bad. I mean, I kind of already had an idea that Rose was going to do well. Candy be getting in her own way sometimes, so like I wasn't too sure. But after this mini challenge, then winning the mini challenge, I was like, okay, well, I have a better idea of who's going to be funny. But child, even that just did not work out.
This roast was like the epitome of like, some people do great and then everybody else does poorly. Watching some of these roasts, I literally was like on my couch, just like, I can't do it. I can't watch. It's so bad. It's so bad.
When I get I can't watch a train wreck happening or a car crash happening, I have to stop. I have to pause everything. I can't be saying this. So my God, where's this going? And then like I have to force myself to press play. I paused it so many times during this episode.
So because Candy and Rose won the mini challenge, they get to decide the order of who goes first to last in the roast. They choose that Candy's going to go first and then Rose is going to go last, which are the two most challenging parts. Usually, people are typically very scared to go first or last, but the two of them choose like, you go first, I go last, so that way we make sure it's a good, well-rounded show.
Candy made a good point too in regards to why she wanted to go first. She said that she didn't want these other bitches to say her jokes, you know, so because she's not quick-witted. Well, she says that she's not quick-witted. I beg to differ.
I disagree completely.
Yeah. She said it's tough for her to come up with quick jokes backstage or while she's sitting down watching. So she wanted to go first, get her jokes out the way, and gets to enjoy the train wreck afterwards.
They then put everybody else in the middle. So the order is officially Candy, then Simone, then Utica, then Gottmik, then Olivia, and then Rose. I feel like this is going to be a good lineup. I initially thought that like somebody within those four was going to like surprise us in a good way. So it was going to be like, the beginning's going to be relatively good because it's Candy and Candy's crazy as long as she doesn't get in her head, like you were saying. The ending's going to be great because Rose is very quick-witted and on her feet. As long as they had like someone within the middle do like relatively well, it was going to round the show out as like an overall success.
They decided to put Gottmik in the middle because of that. Like they wanted to make sure that there was a flow. Even if there's a bad set, they want somebody in the middle that still picks things back up and continues the show.
I do think that's funny though, because Mick specifically was like, I came into this being like, oh, I really don't want to do a roast. So I think that's funny that they were like, oh, we have confidence in Mick. We'll put her right here.
Behind the scenes, she's like overthinking it, but she always pulls through.
Well, I mean, last week was a different situation, but typically she does always pull through at the end. Olivia is confident and Utica's like, wait, this killed me. Utica went, yeah, I think you'll be great in the challenge. And then you cut immediately to the confessional and she's like, I'm the most worried about Olivia.
Okay, look, I mean, the girls were talking about this before a few weeks back about how, she's flippy floppy. Like, what?
I literally could not even. The way that they edited that, that's the Emmy nomination right there. That moment, that's the next Emmy nom right there.
Yeah, the editors and producers really set us up. They set the whole arc of this episode.
They have the rehearsals. Rose and Candy do well. Mick is a little shaky. Olivia is a little shaky. Simone's not great. And then Utica is just like downright offensive okay, I do quickly want to talk about that before we move on. A lot of people have been coming for Utica's neck online, saying that she's, she said a lot of fat phobic things, which, fairly, it is true. A lot of the comments were fat phobic if you take them out of context. But I personally feel like because it's a roast, everyone's kind of signed up, like when you participate in a roast, to be like, okay, I'm going to be roasted on not just the things I do, but also like my physical appearance. Like nothing is off limits in a roast. The only thing is it just has to be funny. So, I mean, that was the big thing because other queens made like jokes that could be viewed as like fat phobic. With Utica, I think just the major problem is nothing was funny. The timing was really bad. And it just nothing ever landed.
Yeah.
No, there was one thing that landed, but I'll get to it. But some people may not view it as landed, but like I was dying. But yeah, so overall, do I think Utica is fat phobic? No. Do I think that she made some like really, really poorly timed jokes within the roast that just came off as offensive because they were not funny? Yes, absolutely. That's just my opinion. You are all entitled to your feelings and to feel the way that you feel, but I don't think she came into it with like some serious malice behind any of the things that she said. That's just me.
Even when you're telling these kind of jokes and you're roasting somebody, there's still got to be some sort of appreciation and love for them. If she had taken the notes that Lonnie and Michelle had given her and stopped being so stubborn, she would have been able to rearrange those notes. I mean, not those jokes.
I think that's Utica's sort of problem overall within this season is that like the judges will kind of give her advice and she'll be like, oh, but I mean, I kind of liked it my way. So like, I'm going to do it my way. That's typically fine and okay for you to do. But when you are in a competition setting and the people who are determining whether or not you win or lose the competition are telling you to do it a certain way, you should probably, if you want to win the competition, do it the way that they are telling you to do it. So let's go into the roast. The Nice Girls roast starts. The miscongenialities who are being roasted come in. We have Heidi in closet, our girl Heidi. We have Nina West, who looks phenomenal. I love this dress on her. Like it is just so Nina, but also so polished. Like she really is like, she stepped up. She stepped up from her season, and I love it. And then we also have Valentina, who, as always, looks
glorious. Yes. Yeah, I was really happy to see my gap tooth queen, Heidi in closet, back.
Yeah, and she looked so good. You can really tell that there's been such a glow up from her season. Like, oh, she looks stunning.
Yeah, only one season ago.
Right. And she was like, okay, bitch, y'all want to read me for my makeup? Let's get it together. Okay. Okay, so first we have Candy for the roast. A phenomenal job. I was literally like crying the entire time. It was so funny.
Yeah, what a way to open the show, right? Like she came out there just demanding attention. She owned the stage. It was her show, and the other girls are just there, her friends, Candy and her friends.
Candy and Co.
Candy and Co. That's what it was. Her jokes about Ruby. So
oh my god, they were so good.
Yo.
Oh my god. My absolute favorite is when I told her to act her age, she died. That was by far the best joke of the night. IMO.
And the way she talks too, like it's really down to earth. It's like really chill. Like it's like a friend you're talking to or you're listening to. So it felt really comfortable. Like she was in control.
Simone.
So Simone, I mean, okay. So but we joking.
At the end, she had like a few zingers in there. There were a few like little quick things, like when she called Olivia poor.
That's true, yes.
That's just my humor. Like when I love when Black girls are mean girls. That just I don't know what it is about like that specific genre of person that just like lights my life up. But like
I love Black mean girls. I love that joke though. I think that was probably the one that she felt the most confident saying. That was her coming out. Her trying to overthink, because she was overthinking a lot.
Yeah, everything else was just really, really awkward and uncomfortable.
I think it took like 7 minutes to watch just that set alone. I kept pausing. I had to get myself ready to get back in.
Oh, baby. That Valentina joke when she was like, you forgot the lyrics to that song. I was like, well, that was the joke? That was the joke?
Oh my gosh, Simone.
Oh, okay.
Love you still, girl.
I genuinely think Utica's roast is going to go down in history as the worst roast ever on RuPaul's Drag Race.
It's going to be infamous, for sure. And the reactions, Lonnie Love, okay? Lonnie Love.
Oh my God, when she interrupted her, when she heckled her, I lost my damn mind.
Me too. Me too. Because at first I thought she was like really laughing at the joke. I'm like, oh, I guess Lana
Like
likes it, but like nobody else.
she's trying to help her out. Yeah, that was my thought. My thought was like, oh, she's trying to help her out right now. She's trying to laugh at the joke and be like, ah, 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 ah. But then she was like, you don't want mom. And it was like, ah, I literally screamed.
It was so perfect. I didn't think anything could top that, honestly, until, you know.
Okay. Wait. So this is my favorite joke of the night, actually. This was hilarious to me. When she was like, RuPaul, you are such a fashion icon. Could you stand up for us? That's when I lost my damn mind. That was my favorite joke of the night. So worst set overall completely. But that joke, when she asked RuPaul to stand up, that was it for me. So for anyone unaware, after RuPaul walks the runway, she will change into sweatpants, waist up. She is like, supermodel, waist down, sweatpants. When she asked her to stand up, that's the joke.
I didn't even know that she did that. Now, okay. Yeah, it was funny.
Before she finished her set, I was like, she's going home.
Yeah, I knew right then and there too. It was just that bad. It was.
Which then puts Got Mick in a fantastic spot. She did a fantastic job. She actively listened to the notes that were given by Michelle and Lonnie, and she killed it.
A lot of it was just her having the confidence to deliver a lot of these jokes. Like we said before, last week was a hiccup, but Gottmik does always end up putting on a show.
Olivia. Okay, so I don't think it was as bad as a lot of people are saying it was. I think it was overall fine, especially when you're comparing it to Utica and Simone.
It was okay. She's trying to play up the nice diva, but it became so childish from the jump. Even when she was coming in, which could have been cute if it led into something. All in all, I agree with the fact that it was apologetic. It was too apologetic. She did have one or two jokes. I loved her joke about Rue being so old. She was there to sign the Declaration of Independence as
parent or guardian.
Parent or guardian.
I agree. I think overall it was very childlike, which ended up making it very okay, this is a little oh. It wasn't the greatest choice. When Lonnie was giving the note of you can keep the nice girl act and then kind of hit them with these little punches with a smile. Mm-hmm. I don't think she meant be which is Olivia's thing, which I don't hate, but it didn't work really well for this. It's a hard balance. I think the best way to kind of go about it is to go compliment, dagger, compliment. And I think that's for anyone, whether you're going to put on this nice girl persona or whether you're just going to be you. I think the best route for roasts are excuse me.
Start. Always burp.
Right, always burp. Compliment, dagger, compliment.
Yeah, because then that disarms the other person, that, makes them feel comfortable and then it makes them vulnerable. So you just hit them right there and it's perfect.
I'm trying to think of a good example, but I can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't think of one either.
I'm just too nice, I'm too nice. I'm genuinely too nice, so.
No.
No, actually.
I don't know who told you that, but.
That's a lie. I will say, I think Candy did a phenomenal job, but I will say, I think I laughed a little bit harder at Rosé's jokes. I didn't really understand the critique that she was better in rehearsal. I didn't think that. I thought she was relatively at the same level that she was in rehearsal. I think she was just overall very prepared.
It was perfect, hilarious, the perfect combination of being smart because she is very witty, but at the same time down to earth and telling jokes that people can understand without overthinking. She owns the stage. She came out there without her cards, the only person to do that.
As much as I mean, I kind of figured like based on like how like the editing has gone and how like story projection typically goes, I figured this was going to be a win for Candy, but I personally feel like Rose just really rocked it.
I think that Candy did deserve to win, but I
Mhm.
definitely think that Rose definitely felt more at home up there.
Yeah,
And she felt like somebody like, child, I'm gonna pay money to come see you. I wrote here, Rose, such a legend. Could
she
do this
is.
for a living. She
She
is a
is a
legend.
legend, and she's really like she has like fully solidified her footing in that top four, in my opinion. These past
Oh,
couple weeks have been like it's been the Rose show for me.
mhm.
So I think she's definitely solidified that place to be like I'm in the top four, bitches.
Yeah, I can see that.
Er,
I want to be very, 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 very surprised to see that she doesn't make it to the top four.
After the girls go, each of the Miss Congenialities get to like come up and like do a little something. I don't know if their sets were like longer on the day, or if like it was literally just that one joke from each of them. But that was really fun. It was really fun to see Heidi reprise her "F you, F you, F you, F you." I'm gonna worry about Heidi. Valentina was Valentina, so it was perfect. And Nina West, really wrapped it all up really well at the end, being like, one day you can be on stage with these beasts, and it's like, oh, Nina, stop being sweet.
Sweetheart.
We get it, you're congenial. We get it.
Whatever. Okay, whatever. I love their talk to the girls during
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah, giving some really, really good advice.
It's always nice to hear from like the people that have done the thing that you were currently doing before. I'm sure they really appreciated that.
And then
Ooh.
Valentina showing her cheeks.
And as she was walking away, Heidi, it's been out.
Nobody has said anything. It's been out this whole time. And then Valentina's though, I don't know if you heard her say it, but Valentina was like, hungry? And she walked away.
I didn't hear her say that. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I love them all. After the critiques, I'm like nervous.
Oh.
I'm remembering how I felt in the moment. Like I knew Utica was gonna go home, but like I was still like reeling from like her stand-up set. I wasn't over it yet. So I was literally just sitting there on my couch, just like, oh my God. Like she really did that bad. Like it was really
Yeah,
that bad. You know what I mean?
yeah. And we know you're a major Utica stan,
I
but
am. I am a major Utica stan. But yeah, girl. No. I figured I was like, okay, it's time. It is time. Candy wins this week. Yay, Candy. Rose is safe. Gottmik is safe. And then Olivia is safe. So then our bottom two is Simone and Utica. Do you agree?
I'm just scared for Simone. I was scared. I was so scared. I agree, because they did the worst. But like, I was scared. I saw it coming. I knew it was coming too. But like, and Utica has sent a couple girls home already. So like,
I was not scared for Simone at all. I knew she was going to win. It was Utica's third time in the bottom, and it was Simone's second. But more than that, Simone had already won 4 challenges, and Simone is a really great lip syncer as well. So I figured, like, between her and Utica, she was going to do great.
I was hoping because after losing Denali, I don't know if I would be able to handle this one.
I feel you. So they both lip sync to No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. They both do a pretty good job, but there genuinely is no world, in my opinion, where Utica would have won this lip sync after that performance. There's just no world. She could have death dropped, split, dipped, jumped off the stage into a split, flipped, done like 27 back flips, like into, a full gymnastics routine, and she still would not have won that lip sync.
After seeing the lip sync, I started getting more comfortable and confident that Simone is fine. Like Utica's not gonna, kill her on the stage. She's gonna be good. Because I could not take my eyes off of Simone the entire time.
Simone stays, and then Utica sachets away. So, Utica, this week was a bad week, girl. We all know it. But I think overall, you did a phenomenal job in this competition. You showed everybody how strange and quirky you are. Your fashion is to die for. And I very much so cannot wait to see what comes from you, especially from a fashion aspect. But also, I'm looking forward to, you said in the Untucked that you had a little more growth to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing that personal growth as well. And then possibly maybe seeing you back on an All-Stars. If you want to do that, I think you'd be a great contender for an All-Stars. I love you. I think you're amazing. You're my Midwest girl. We have to support each other. So keep doing you.
Utica's special person and so creative and unique. The thing I'm most excited about is the personal growth that's going to happen because I think everything else is going to set into place because she has everything else together. It's just finding that and then finding the balance is what she needs the most. And I know she's going to get there because she's not somebody who's going to constantly be working on herself, and that's so beautiful. It's not going to be the same without you. This competition. Who's gonna be wiggling around?
Who's gonna be kooky? Who's gonna show us their kook? Erby, are you a fan of this episode?
Okay, so before I was telling Faye that I wasn't sure where I stand with this episode. I am a soft fan of it. Okay, yeah, I'm a soft fan of it. It was good, had some good moments. At the same time, I also felt like it was too predictable for me.
Yeah.
But and I don't know how memorable it's going to be in the long run, like all in all as an episode, but it's soft fan.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it was just no fault to the girls. But I just think the way that this episode was like edited, they were like, it just seemed too like you knew what was going to happen. Some bits of the editing were great and hilarious, like the Utica and Olivia conversation. She was like, yeah, I think you'll do well. And then she's like, I do not think she's going to do well. That was great. But yeah, I think overall a soft fan for sure. Okay, so next week is Honey, I Shrunk the Drag Queens. So they're going to do an acting challenge, which I am very, very excited about. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to be really stupid. So of course I'm about it.
Cynthia Erivo is coming. I love her. And they got Scarlett Johansson. They showed us is gonna pop in.
Well.
And yeah, I don't know how to feel about. I mean, I like Scarlett's movies for the most part, but I
when
think
she's not, portraying somebody else's race or portraying
exactly that's what it is. That's what it is. Like Marriage Story, I love that. Stick in your lane, girl. But the part that's got me like, wait, what's happening? What's going on? Is when you see Samoa crying.
Yeah.
Weeping. So let's see what this is about.
I'm hoping it's kind of like a breakthrough moment. When you have a good breakthrough, it always comes with a good cry. So I'm hoping it's a really good breakthrough moment. But yeah, when I saw Simone cry too, I was like, oh no, I hope everything's okay. So I guess we'll see next week. In the meantime, y'all, please subscribe, because I see a lot of y'all coming in and out of here, coming in and out of my house and not saying nothing, not doing a little cute subscribe. So
right, not bringing no presents, no comment in there. Come on, y'all better than that.
Disrespectful. So if you could give us a quick little subscribe, that would be great. And then we will see you next week for Drag Race US Season 13, Episode 13.
Ooh, look at that.
No. All right, much love to y'all, and we will talk to y'all then.
Yes, bye.